still be that same bright kid you used to be. But it's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you.
Is going on, everybody? What is going on? We are going to start this call off right now here. We are going to break down the flip challenge in just a bit. I know there's a lot of people asking questions about that. We have also a lot of things going on in the markets here this week. So let's review, obviously, the markets this week. Also, it is a brand new month, so let's go through. Obviously, on Wednesday, I wasn't able to go through essentially all the process of what we do when it's a brand new month. So let's look at all the fundamentals for the month of April here. Let's take a look at also COTs. We will take a look at COTs. Let's take a look at ETFs here. We're gonna do an in-depth breakdown today. Let's go look at options, open interest, both options. Let's look today also at ETF flows for BTC. Let's take a look also at, we can look at some on-chain data if I do log in. Honestly, I'm not really in the mood to do that today. I don't think it's that important, especially in a bearish market. We kind of have an idea of what's going to be happening here. Okay, let's take a look at, should we look at volume trends today? To be honest, for crypto, no. Let's look at Forex volume trends though with seasonality. So we'll take a look at, we can also take a look at, let's go look at FedWatch, see if any changes have happened recently on that aspect. Let's take a look also at, what else are we gonna take a look at? No, we don't need to take a look at that. Here, there's one more site that I got to take a look at before. Here, that is going to be X. It's going to be X for sure. Okay, we're going to go over the Iran war. Huh? Okay. We're gonna go over seasonalities of the month here. Give me one sec. Let's see what happened here.
That night might be tomorrow night. The entire country could be taken out in one night, and that night might be tomorrow night.
All right, so that is terrorism 101. Trump threatens to take out, this is a quote, the entire country of Iran tomorrow night. Military planning underway. How do you take out an entire country? Now, we have the backdrop of the neocon mouthpieces that he says listen to, saying use nukes. We have Netanyahu's deputy, who's even more hardcore than him, and they're talking about using nuclear weapons and neutron bombs. I'm the only one, a week before the attack 37 days ago, that said Israel has an arsenal of neutron bombs. Every major country does. Doesn't destroy infrastructure, but it kills even hundreds of feet underground in a giant radiation burst. Okay? You hit a full dose, you're dead in 5 minutes. Most people, a couple days, excruciating pain. It's been tested on animals, you name it. They claim they stopped building them in the 70s. No, it's neutron bomb all the way.
A lot of mass hysteria here.
Gonna end soon. We had to take a little detour, go to Iran, and we had to put out a fire. Very dangerous fire that could have blown up big portions of the world, if not the whole thing. So tomorrow we'll be announcing a variety of actions in our country in the last.
What is this guy doing? What the hell is Trump doing? Why would he do an operation on a Tuesday? I think he's playing his poker face. He has a poker face on. I don't think Trump's going to do shit on Tuesday. I think Trump has a really good poker face. Why would he launch missiles and have a brutal attack on Iran? I think he's bluffing. I think this guy is bluffing. I think Trump is poker face. He's bluffing. Okay, he's bluffing. You wouldn't, okay, rationally. And it's a study of patterns here. Pattern-wise, Trump has never launched an attack ever on a weekday. Ever. he cares about the stock market too much in order to do so. So just looking at historically his attacks, what he's done since 2016, rarely has he ever launched an attack before on a week. So I think he's bluffing here. I'm pretty sure you'd be very stupid if any president would be very stupid to carry out a large, quote unquote, people are saying this could be a nuclear attack on Tuesday. It would have immediate shifts in price, in momentum, in companies, in oil. Oil would skyrocket. It could single-handedly create a very negative price action in minutes. So my theory here is because he believes this is possible, I see him bluffing. I don't see him doing anything on Tuesday. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, don't take me as somebody that is super very credible here. Okay, travel influence says that it's almost easier to travel to the Maldives. I believe that. I believe that for sure. When the Mexico attacks were happening, Mexico was super easy to travel to. Okay. This is so funny. Look at this trader using an EMA.
USO, the oil ETF, looking like it's about to just absolutely go insane. Look at the one-day chart. Again, higher highs, higher lows. Even on the news.
It's got to gap back down, though. This is what he doesn't understand. Yeah.
He said they're not
attempting to step in and even seeing futures inverse head and shoulders. This is all fucking retail. The head and shoulders doesn't mean anything.
Glory be to God in this conflict. Do you believe that God supports the United States' actions in this
I do,
war?
because
And have you
God
sought his
is good,
direction?
because God is good, and God wants to see people taken care of. God doesn't like what's happening. I don't like what's happening. Everyone says I enjoy it. I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy it. These two guys don't enjoy it. You know, people say, "Oh boy, they're so tough." They don't like. I don't like seeing people killed.
Okay. Let's get back to business here. Let's look at what's happening. Let's see what happened yesterday. It's going to dictate basically the whole month for us here. Okay, 80 feet. Wow, this is really good news. This is bullish. This is very bullish news for the US. Usually, guys, when you have news like this here, non-farm employment change, 178. That means that's a buy. That means that April is going to be a very, very bullish month. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. April is a very bullish month. Iran war, I'm not entirely sure if it's bullish, if it's bearish, but they're basically saying that it's done. Possibility. April for gold, very bullish. April just in general. Gain frequency is around 65%, one of the highest, the second highest of the year, along with taking 1.8%, the highest of the second highest of the year. What does that mean? That means most likely we're going to be buying gold. Okay. And we have breaks of structure of lower lows. Where from gold? Looking for buys for gold. BOS. Breaks of structure to the downside here. This is what we're looking for. External structure's already been what? Swiped. This is a pullback here. Okay. Impulse. Pull back to the indecision. We gotta get more swipe downward. Earlier today. Let's look for some more buys here. Tomorrow morning. I expect to see some sort of buys coming from here. Internal structure here. External, internal buying zones here. And we can go This is where you want to see buys tomorrow. Okay, so gold is going to be a buy this month. Let's look at the Fed watch. See if we're going to see anything here. Wow. They change this now every couple days. They're changing this. One day it's a pause. The end of the year they're changing it over the weekend. It was two rate cuts 2027 by mid 2027. Now it's saying that there's only going to be one rate cut potentially at the end of 2027. So with this being that bad, interesting. No new trades opening up? Why? I want to look at end of the month. That's interesting to me, especially the dates. Nothing on NFP day. I want to see the one tomorrow for options. I want to see where they're holding. I don't want to look at this here. I want to look at. Let's go look at ETFs. Full report here. BTC ETFs are going down. It looks like there is some divergence here. Slowly. Negative divergence. Fidelity is still selling off. Bitcoin Trust still selling off here. It's going to be a bearish year. I think we're going to bottom in October. Look up the four-year cycle theory. 1 year bearish, 3 years bullish. I think we're going to be bearish all of the year. Okay, now let's take a look at what the fundamentals. Obviously, the fundamentals have told us there's a couple things. So one thing I will say here is this: Iran war, okay, is bullish for Dixie. Bearish for markets. NFP is bullish for markets. Is bullish for markets. Now you do have this week rates, monetary policy so far is bearish for markets. Seasonality Let's divide this here perfectly so that way you guys are not confused. I'm just going to show you what fundamentals we have working with each other and what are working against each other. Okay. So seasonalities this year. Let's look at this here. Seasonality is bullish for markets. Well, at least so far from what I'm seeing here, at least for gold is very bullish. We can go take a look at seasonality for, let's go look at seasonality for SPX here. Let's take a look at that equity clock. April's very bullish. 1.2, 1.9 April. April's one of the most bullish months other than July and then November. April's usually the most bullish month of the year with a gain frequency of 80%. We should see SPX bullish here. Seasonality bullish for markets. We could say for BTC, for gold, and for SPX. Okay. Iran war is bearish. Monetary policy is bearish for markets. NFP is very bullish for markets. Seasonality is bullish for markets. I want to check out options here, but options don't look good. Let's go look at ETFs here for gold. ETFs are at lows. Massive lows. Wow. We hit March 29th, one of the biggest lows of gold in terms of a 30-day moving average change in gold ETF accumulation, which means institutions have dumped gold to lows that haven't been seen since when? 2023. Last time we were that low, I mean, the low isn't that low. 2022. You know what this means? Let's look at ETFs here. ETFs for gold are very bullish. They're bullish as fuck. I think that gold is going to go on a parabolic run, to be brutally honest. I think we should be buying the fuck out of gold. And I don't say that lightly at all. I think this is going to go on a parabolic bullish run. I think it's already did its pullback that it's needed to. It's respected this weekly structure zone. So now it just needs to make one more pullback. And I think we're going to finally go to that price zone that I'm talking about, which would be, in my eyes, I think we can go at least to 6,500 for sure. Okay. So, wow. Right now we have some really, really good stuff here. ETFs are bullish. So let's take a look at what else is bullish here and bearish here. I'm gonna put this over here so that way maybe. There we go. This is just annoying. Okay, so we have the Iran war. We have the Iran war bearish for markets, monetary policy bearish for markets, NFP bullish for markets, seasonality bullish for markets, ETF bullish. So now, obviously, when you're having when you're in a downtrend, you're always going to have retracements, right? Periods of time where the market's going to retrace, and then potentially another fall can come after that. You know why this is important is because April is considered what? Good time to buy, and May is always historically throughout history considered a bearish time. May go away. Okay, May go away, come another day, right? Kind of like rain go away. There's always this saying in markets, May go away. This is a known saying here. So what does that mean? By May, we go the fuck away. We take profit, which means what? Which means that we're gonna have a parabolic run in April. It's gonna be very bullish. And then by May, we're gonna probably have lower lows hit. Okay? So what is my theory here? What is my theory? Now that I've had fundamentals kind of just mapped out in my head, let's map it all out now in real life here. And let's map out the month of April and how we're going to trade this for the rest of the month, okay? Let's map this out together. So this is my plan here, guys, because I got to give you guys a plan. Remember, my plan has still been what? I'm still bullish on a lot of this, okay? I'm still bullish. Why? Because we had a break of structure here, right? BOS, specifically on the daily, we had break of structure here. What does that mean? The next entry layer area or level that we're going to probably hit is going to be here. Okay, market is still, regardless of how you see it or not, even if you see tight pullbacks, this is still very much bullish here. We haven't broken any type of daily structure, and all external structure for us has showed us what? It showed us that we are still what? Bullish. Very, very much bullish. Even with the order flow happening here, we're going to the upside. So what does that mean? Still looking for buys on Dixie here. I'm not looking for any types of sells at all. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for this extension here. Okay, I'm looking for 1.27 to get targeted, which probably has a lot to do with this zone here, specifically this order block, right, to be mitigated. This is an external structured order block and a gap that needs to be filled, or an imbalance that needs to be filled. Right, so you're seeing this structure aerial right here. Let's zoom in. You can see it, right? This needs to get filled. All right, and then you also have liquidity, specifically here, that needs to get swiped. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure this. We're gonna check this out. Now let's go back to where we are in price. We see that falls with the 1.2 and the 1.62, which is perfect. Okay. I'm believing price is most likely going to head to that area. Now, what I need to look for is that pullback. So right now, currently, we're looking at internal price. Okay, I believe Dixie's still going to continue to fall. For right now, I believe this right here. Then we'll have some type of bullish movement here. So my thought process is what? Is target of these highs, mitigation here on internal structure, right? Internal sells, and then what I'm looking for is to take some profits here on some shorts that I'm looking at. Right now, market's gonna start going bearish here. I was in sells earlier here, guys. I got swiped. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did get swiped here. Okay, I got swiped out, and it's fine. It's completely fine. I've been holding on to this, swinging it for a while. It happens, guys. You win some, you lose some. On the daily, have I been completely swiped? No, this is still technically, if you're on the daily, it is bullish. Let's look at it. Daily, we have a bullish break of structure. Okay. 2-day, technically, looks somewhat bullish here. This is what I'm looking for. I believe price 8-hour, 4-hour. This could be a swipe of liquidity because it still didn't break this pullback zone. This is technically the high. You see this? I'm going to show you guys something. You see this? This is the pullback high. This is still technically bearish. I got swiped out of this, but there's still a possibility that I could actually be right. And the reason is because of this high. Shocking, right? I know. I didn't see that on the 4-hour. So this is the thing. You see this right here? A lot of you guys might be like, well, this is the higher low. Well, that's true. On external structure, technically that is the higher low by default, which means what? Which means price technically it could swipe liquidity and disrespect this zone. But the most important zone that we need to take a look at specifically is going to be here. Technically, this is still bearish until we break this structure. See that? External sells. BOS right here. There's more liquidity sitting here, which is getting swiped. Technically, I would want to look for, I don't really know, but even though this has been mitigated, this would look like a what? Good selling zone. To be honest, that's kind of what it looks like. What we're going to do is we're going to play like this, just so there's no confusion. Because this did break structure here too. You see this? Not here, but here. Break of structure here. What we're going to look for is buys. We're going to play between this. This is way too dangerous right now because of Trump. It's been a fuckery, guys, trading these last couple of months, because market will do one thing, Trump says another thing. Trump will say one thing, then 2 days later come out and say another thing, then Iran will say one thing, Trump comes out. It's been a shit show with Trump, right? So what we're gonna have to do is we're going to have to just simply do one thing. And that is just a trade between the big lines and areas of the order blocks. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna trade in between. So we'll wait till tomorrow's news here, but I do believe price will shift downward. And the reason I do believe that is because we still, even though Dixie's running, guys. As much as you don't want to see Dixie run, Dixie's still respecting structure here. Yeah, Dixie might pull back in order flow, which is what it's doing, right? But Dixie long term is still going to move to the upside unless we have a break of structure for sure. 4 hour here. Unless we break this zone here, Dixie's still bullish, guys. So all this could be the liquidity sweep. All of this could be just price redistribution here. But again, what I'm trying to let you guys understand is that regardless of what's happening, Dixie is still bullish here. So we got to play it like the way that Dixie's playing it. It's more important and more impactful than S&P. I believe this is still bearish. Okay, all the way up unless we break this zone. Unless we break this zone here, complete close, then we look for a pullback, we look for another buy. It's fine. If we don't, we start to move lower and start to break this zone, look for a pullback, sell off, and we're going to new lower lows. Okay, a lot of this, and unfortunately, we live in those times where I've never experienced this, but every single time Trump says something, the market is moving, okay? And right now, Dixie, let's look at US 30. US 30 is kind of telling me that same thing here. US 30 is saying that this is a little bit more bullish, and this could be that bullish month, right? 8 hour on Dixie looks bullish, 12 hour looks bullish. Okay, a lot of this does look somewhat bullish, maybe bullish for a pullback. Again, let's look at NAS. NAS still looks bearish. Okay, NAS looks bearish. Russell, technically still bearish. Russell's still bearish here. Okay, so a lot of misaligned price movement here, because even in NQ and NAS you have it bearish. NQ is bearish. ES is more bullish. Futures is more bullish actually. 8 hour, this 8 hour here is still bearish. Gold volatility, let's take a look at that. Gold volatility needs to fill here. Bonds and yields, still bullish. I have more certainty after Tuesday. We'll see what happens with Trump, and we'll trade New York session. I'm bullish on gold, guys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm very much bullish on gold. Just based off ETFs, I'm bullish on gold. I want to buy gold. I want gold maybe come down here, swipe some liquidity, but I'm somewhat bullish on gold here as long as there's no crazy news that comes out. We're gonna look for buys on gold tomorrow. USD CAD, we're still bullish on USD CAD. Called some buys on USD CAD here, called some rebuys here. I'm still bullish on USD CAD. Still bullish on CAD. USD JPY, bullish on USD JPY. GU, bearish on GU. Let's go look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin retraced to this zone. I'm bearish still on Bitcoin. If anything, if you could get a sell here for Bitcoin, I would try to get the sell right here. I'd resell Bitcoin. My price point and my belief still in Bitcoin is that it will go down, break this low, and I believe that we'll go to 60, 62K, eventually 50 and 55, and then 40K. My target is 42K with Bitcoin. And then after that, reaccumulation. That's what I believe. Let's take a look at Sol. Sol's done. All this is done here. One thing I will take a look at is Microsoft. Let's look at Microsoft. The reason why I'm looking at Microsoft is it's at huge lows. Like, I haven't seen Microsoft at these lows since like August 2025, which is saying a lot, right? Microsoft is down. I mean, Bill Gates being in the Epstein files didn't help, but 75% from July of 2025. I mean, MSTR, right? MicroStrategy. Oh my God, I thought I was looking at Microsoft. No, let's look at Microsoft. MSRT is done. How did I make that mistake? MSRT is following Bitcoin's price. It needs to fill here, external sells. But MicroStrategy is coming down here. It's broken structure. Daily structure is broken. That means MicroStrategy most likely is coming here at $57. Okay. Did Nvidia break structure? Yes, it did break structure, which is not good at all. Hopefully, Nvidia respects this. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly respected structure. Thank God. If we get a break of the weekly here on Nvidia, it's Armageddon. Okay? It's Armageddon for the US. We don't want to see a weekly break of structure with Nvidia here. Apple's okay. Did Apple break structure? No. It's holding on. Technically on the daily it broke. No, it's respected, fortunately. Amazon has its gap filled. Looks like it's gonna reaccumulate here soon. Google, we talked about this. Google broke though. Google broke the 2-day. Respected the daily, but the 2-day's been broken. The weekly. Has the weekly been broken on Google? It has. Google's bearish. Google might come down here. That's not good. It's really bad. Look at Meta here. We're at what? April 2025 levels? Love to see October 2023 levels here. Tesla's coming lower to where we would believe price is going to. Broken structure. Microsoft. This is what I was looking at earlier. This is kind of what I wanted to see. No, it's not. It still hasn't. Wow, it has on the monthly though. It's not good. That's really bearish. Monthly breaks of structure are terrible. All right, guys, we are going to be trading. We are going to be trading more tomorrow. We are going to be trading more tomorrow, and we are going to be trading live. And I do want to announce our flip challenge here for everybody. So we are going to have a flip challenge. It's actually going to start on April. It's going to start on April 20th. So in exactly 2 weeks from now, we are going to start this flip challenge. In the last flip challenge, we had people in the Discord flipping hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars. Like, guys, you can go to the results chat in our Discord page here, and you can check it out. I mean, you'll be able to see our last flip challenge. People were doing crazy numbers here. On the last flip challenge, we helped some guy turn 250 to 4,000, 300 to 4,000 or 3,500. You got guys taking 250 to about 2,000. It was some pretty crazy flips here from the signals that I was sending out here. So we are going to be doing another flip challenge here, right? $1,400 days, $1,500 days. It was just crazy here, right? We are going to do another flip challenge here. It's going to be a $1,000 to $10,000 flip challenge, or a $500 to $5,000 flip challenge. If you were a part of the last flip challenge here, right? 150 to 2,000. You see that? We had crazy. I made about $40,000, had 11K trading days here on these flip challenges, guys. So I was having 5-figure days, 4-figure days on these flip challenges here. So we're gonna go crazy with these starting on April 20th. Okay, the only way you can be a part of it is if you weren't part of the last flip challenge, number one, and also number two, you're either in VIP. But if you weren't part of the last, if you were a part of the last one, you have to be in VIP, no exceptions, at least from my end. There's going to be a new VIP chat that's opening up. There's no exceptions on my end, unless you are the exception, but there's no exceptions. You got to be VIP only, or you got to be in the flip challenge. And then from there, that's how we're going to run it up. Or you got to deposit, whatever, or you're connected to somebody that is in the flip challenge. But there's no exceptions other than that. Just because we helped hundreds of people make thousands of dollars, and some people were ungrateful, man. Like, I don't like ungrateful people. God always takes from ungrateful people and gives it to grateful people. So if you want to be a part of this flip challenge here, we are going to drop the flyer here in just a bit, okay? And I love doing these flip challenges because we can help a lot of people out. A lot of people have been able to make a lot of money, and I feel like if we help a lot of people get what they want, we get what we want every single time, right? So there's a couple flyers here that we're going to be dropping here, okay, that are going to be breaking it all down. Going to be breaking down the flip challenge. Again, there is going to be a call that is going to drop, okay? That call that's going to drop here is going to be on the 20th. I'm going to break down the exact details here, but if you want access to the flip challenge, all you got to do is DM me on Instagram at John B. Guaman. DM me on Instagram at John B. Guaman, and most importantly, make sure you're in the chat here, be in the global trading chat, and ask about the flip challenge. We'll give you access to it, so that way you could be a part of it and you could be another success story just like we were. All right, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all.